Hello, everyone. Good day to you. So, today, as a representative of my team members, we are going to look into the study for today, evaluating the impact of coastal erosion on the structural integrity of historical fortifications. And this is a case study from Kelantan. Yes, made by the team members and I. So, when it comes to this study, there are three important aspects whereby uh, these are the ecosystem role, climate change threats, and the hypothesis of the overview. So, when it comes to the ecosystem role, coastal ecosystem uh, s- serve as natural defenses, mitigating erosion and providing vital habitat for biodiversity. And then again, when it comes to change, it also comes with threats, whereby it is common whereby human activities and climate change will bring threats to the historical structures, and it makes it worsens the structure itself, and it does compromise its integrity. Now, when it comes to compromising integrity, towards the monument, towards the fort, okay, there are seven um, seven aspects involved when it comes to compromise the integrity of such structures, seven altogether, but I'll just name you a few, whereby it involves increased severity of weather events, the rising sea levels, and later you will see in the findings how the forts uh, submerged, some are submerged, some still exist. um, Number three, the erosion and sediment displacement, human activities. Yes, those two. The material vulnerability. Okay, historical value. The historical value and how the community impact the fort itself, and also last but not least, the need for integrated approaches, yes, in order to preserve and conserve the monument. Okay, so hypothesis wise, posits that the acceleration of erosion and sediment disposition threatens the fortification stability significantly. So this is the map of the location of each fort. Altogether, there are 20. It's quite small. I apologize that I cannot zoom in. I cannot zoom it in. Okay, but this is somewhere around Kelantan area, dispersed. The forts are all dispersed, 20 altogether. Okay, and this is what the structure looks like. Okay, there are 20 forts altogether, and there are 16 types of structure when it comes to these forts. Okay, now uh, it involved three things in the literature review: human activities impact, ecological consequences, and community involvement mandate. Okay, okay. And the methodology that we that the researcher covered would be on the field observations, laboratory analysis, and community surveys. Okay. Okay, now when it comes to field observations, um, now K1 to K17 would be the location of these forts, And then the researchers assess the structural damage and monitor the environmental conditions. Now, the focus will be the laboratory analysis. The XRD and XRF utilize X-ray diffractions and X-ray fluorescence. And this is to analyze XRD is to analyze the mineral, and XRF is to analyze the chemical compositions. Now, these are the most important element methodology in the study. Okay, last but not least, the community surveys, which is gathered through interviews together with the community members and the heritage experts regarding the preservation perspectives. Okay, now this is the findings to our study. My apologies as the image uh, is being shifted up, but basically I would like to show you that most of these forts are located by the beach. Yes, majority of them, and it is quite important that you also are able to see that half of them is submerged in uh, in the ocean, and then yeah, some of them is half of it is submerged in the wilderness itself. Okay, now this okay, now this is the findings for the XRF the regarding the minerals in the structure itself. Okay, the percentage, the value, and everything. And this is the XRD, the chemical part of the structure itself. Again, my apologies that it is quite small for everyone to see. Yeah. Okay, so for future recommendation, it is important for continuous monitoring framework to be established in all these monuments, because this is, after all, for the future itself, right? And whereby we need to establish a continuous monitoring framework to assess structural integrity and environmental conditions over time. Yes, to conserve these forts, and it is vital to implement adaptive conservation strategies whereby it doesn't evolve based on the ongoing assessments of damage and resilience factors, again based on study especially done by our team. And then we also need to foster collaborations among the researchers, the local communities, the authorities to strengthen preservation initiative, and the shared goal, yes, to preserve um, the history itself. Last but not least, um, I would like to reveal to everyone that whereby it is the damage is obvious. The coastal erosion has dramatically impacted history forts, the forts that we are doing a study on, whereby it is 70% exhibiting moderate to severe deterioration. It does deteriorate because the the uh, how do you say, the work, the preservation work, the conservation process does not take place. And then it does the integrated preservation approach advocates for such synergizing heritage preservation with ecosystem conservation to enhance resilience against the erosion. Yes, before the monuments disappear before our eyes, it takes a lot of years, but if we do not act soon, the future generation does not know the fort that is used to protect ourselves against the Japanese. And yeah, again, the community involvement. Again, thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.